Okay, I don't know how we got here. I do know how we got to Inferno because we had that loss on Dust 2. And I'm going to continue to be doubtful of Vitality here just for at least one more map, just because, like Summer said, they haven't won a map. I think they are 0-4 in the recent games
Yes.
on it. And ever since Navera, with post Navera, Vitality has always been a question for me on this map because it always felt like Zywoo was never really comfortable just being an arch opera as most people do. Instead, he wanted to switch over to B. He's like buying the MP9 a lot. It's like it felt like he had his like Britney Spears crisis moment where he was just like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with
Even
this.
shaved his head.
Even shaved his head, exactly. Leave
Free Britney,
leave
by
free
the way.
Britney. Yeah, free Britney. No, definitely. But yeah. So for reforging that identity I think is a big thing. But here's the House Pulp to come through. The only A player left in Apex, blind and dead. Can't even call what happened because he doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know if that was 1 or 3 people, actually.
Yeah.
So 3 people, though, will be coming up middle.
Well, when you're not sure, just always say all. Just say all.
All here, all here. Makes it look like your death was less,
I don't trust people who don't call numbers, and I never trust anyone who says 5. No, if they say 5, I trust them.
Yeah.
But here's the 3v5 a retake of the CTs. The site smoke comes down. Shock's really important first opening kill, but then Flames makes the argument much more clear for OG. And player reloading out in the open, but it's all OG all day.
Yeah, nice start. OG really needed something like that here on Inferno, as Dust 2 was not too pretty for them. They had a really tough time even getting into that game, and after losing the second round on T side, after winning the pistol, hopefully they don't repeat that. As Vitality, I mean, they can really use a break because, yeah, like Semler said, like you said, it's been rough for them here on this map, and right now it doesn't really feel like. I think Zywoo is a big reason for that. I think he had 9 kills actually in the last Inferno game.
Why does he hate the map so much? I don't know, but it's going to be an important map for a of quality team like Vitality, who are going to have to play the very best teams in the world in best of 3s. It's just going to come up a lot. They don't want to end up having to ban it. That's just a weird ban to have. They've already got too many bans at this point, to even include Inferno in that conversation. So it's just something that they've got to improve at. And I also think this is going to be quite a real test of Kyojin, even though Dust 2 is very nice. But here is already the convincing eco round. They've got the deagle shots in. Kyojin gets his opening kill. Oh my God, flicks around for another. He can't take out Montu, but the job is already done. It looks like Montu, low HP, player on the outside of default. Doesn't even go down. It's the CZ, rips him up, and yeah, that's it. Tagged him back. 3 up for Vitality, another deco round 1.
These 4 spies for Vitality have been just vicious, and great setup for Vitality there towards Arch. Shock's not getting cleared in the Cubby, and Kyojin, I mean, that was a glimpse of what we saw in his pre-Vitality highlights.
Yeah.
That kind of maneuver with his deagle, just making flicks that it doesn't look like anybody should be capable of making. Usually people can get the multi-frag because of great crosshair placement, but he's playing like it's an arena FPS.
It's like the iPad flicks.
Yeah.
He just literally touches their face on the corner of his screen, and now Masuda, his brother in arms, with the assist of the Flames Flash, knocks 3 down and makes tons of money, all with these SMG kills. But Flames answers back with 2. And now calls into question the integrity of the round, actually. It looks like it's still quite a clear-cut situation for Vitality. The rotation's coming in. But right now, Flames got this Galil in hand, and both players spotted the bomb in hand. Could have actually ran back there.
Yeah, there was an option.
Had the right timing on the shoulder peek. So, well, the damage is good at least here for OG. But, yeah, like you said about Kyojin, I expect, like, this is a map where I feel like you don't get to showcase your aim a lot when the nades are really good coming at you, especially if people have good grenade protocols. It's just too much of a mess with the amount of, if you've got to think about dodging this molly and throwing your smoke here and this flash that comes out on this timing for this tactic. It's mostly about being smart, and I think that's why, people really favor Inferno. But yeah, we saw a glimpse of it with that deagle.
Yeah, Masuda with the bold, no purchase whatsoever, or other than armor. But it looks like Zywoo will be the one to
It's gonna be the op mule
take
then.
the point. Yeah, Zywoo might be able to afford it depending on the amount of MP9 kills.
He said you save anyway.
Oh, look at this! Apex getting right deep in the T steps. He's taking a lot of damage.
He's
though.
not winning that duel. Actually,
That's a Glock, by the way.
Overall, losing that duel, yeah.
Yeah, a Glock with no armor.
He's basically the worst. Yeah, he was the worst of the 2 players there. Oh my God! Wait, oh.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Dude.
Valde's doing a lot
That's
with
at
this
least,
block.
can we count the Glock thing? So that was at least 7.
Yeah. All right. Zaiwu puts an end to that, as he does to most things.
Yeah. The dream killer.
Yeah. Still aggressive position, actually, from Vitality, where they haven't really rotated back to their normal setup. But it doesn't look like it'll really matter, as OG are not opting for the Halls pop, which was briefly the opportunity in this round. So Vitality, yeah, they're looking pretty good right now.
Can you rate the 3 strats? Rush B, rush
Pop.
mid, and Halls pop?
I would give Alexi B right now, you know, not the best rating, but I mean it's early days. He wanted to keep Vitality honest there. I mean by using all 3 of those strategies, you are actually conditioning them to think that you can go anywhere.
Hey, he might even be confused himself, but they'll never know. They will never know. Another Glock ding comes in, but no kill this time around. Finally, things are settled.
So the Alexi B special on gun rounds is to take bracket and then have everybody come out of bracket. And I'm curious to see if that's what he has for us here because, you know, like you said, we've seen some basic strategies so far. But this is usually on the first gun round in particular where Alexi B likes to take control. He likes to show and flex his IGL muscles. Just mastermind, chessboard, or chess master, use everybody and just pull and push them exactly where he wants to.
Yeah. It's like Alexi B is, in his name, it's just fooling people right there. He's saying, Alexi, I'm going B, but sometimes Alexi is going A.
That's his patented strat.
Okay. Nades are coming down thick and fast to the bottom of Banana, and they do a great job of softening up Flames. He could easily die at any moment. You never know when they're going to come through with a spam, and actually, somehow he wins his duel. Masuda flies through that smoke thinking that something is clear there. There's not even actually, I don't know what gave him the idea that it was totally clean. Maybe Flames was blocking his jump up to have him half blind. I don't know. That was some kind of mental win for OG. They expected Masuda to do that, but they were right.
Yeah, it was a curious play for Masuda.
It was a bit strange, right? It didn't seem like they had the supporting flashes or anything, but okay. It feels like OG are going to full commit through this. Of course, we got one player in alt just cutting off this mid rotation. It's become much more common to rotate through CT spawn for the retakes overall. And Flames with very low HP, he's going to look for the entry, or just hopefully get some information, and then his teammate can try to refrag. Zaiwu from the corner actually gets away with his life, and nobody is getting a kill here, getting into the site. 2-on-3 situation, one player over a quad. And still Zaiwu posted up from the coffins with a nade to land directly on top of Montu's head and pool, but doesn't get the kill. Zaiwu's angle a bit too tight, misses a shot, messes up his movement a bit, falls off the coffins. Awkward situation, Valde from above, and Apex continues to have input. 2 versus 1 in the end, and Vitality actually win the round. They just couldn't get the...
That was so strange by OG to take banana control and just wait, and then they allowed Vitality to rotate to after they found some information towards bracket. That's, but all in all, really good hold from Vitality. They had everybody there. Great positions. That's just an unbeatable crossfire. When you have coffins not smoked, you have a person at first oranges, you're in the blender at that point, and OG felt the full wrath of just walking into a stacked bomb site.
They just didn't believe it too. I mean, people are always like peeking oranges now. You know, as soon as someone comes to the corner, like finding a timing, then swinging out, and as soon as they got over towards pool, they're like, no one's oranges. They just didn't even clear it. So.
That was, yeah, kind of a one-dimensional approach from OG, and that's not usually what you expect from them. You expect a little bit more in these rounds, and sometimes just testing the B defense with an early B exec is an option, but I feel like Alexi B is going to need to just crank it up a notch. He's going to need to get into his old just IGLing kind of pants, because right now he's...
Yeah, the raw denim.
Yeah.
Get back in the raw denim.
He's got some nice fades on those, too.
Yeah, they're comfy jeans.
Yeah. He's really worn them in.
So.
Good nades early
yeah.
on. And there's an option for OG here. They have quite a few smokes, but at present, it looks like they will be going for that bracket play. I think there's a smoke towards the arch side there, and no strong contest in terms of manpower for Vitality, but that Molotov will slow OG's approach.
Yeah, no, make no mistake. If this map ends up becoming, Vitality winning by a small or a big margin here as they clean up on the eco. This would be a pretty sizable upset considering Vitality's own win rate, which is 0 on this map, and also how uncomfortable they looked on Inferno in general, and how the recent form has been, and and like how opposite that's been for OG. Is there a chance for a plant? No, I can't. Okay. Well, a kill at least. No plant comes in. But yeah, this would stand in the face of a lot of the stats for both of these teams in a weird way. So it makes sense for OG to come here.
Coming into this tournament, you and I both thought OG were not necessarily favorites.
Technically we're still allowed to think it, but
yeah. I mean, this has just been a really rough start for them. I mean, their first game against Astralis was competitive. I will say that. It was close.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, but this so far in this series, I mean, it just feels like maybe once they win that first gun round, then we can start. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely an element of it feels like they're beating themselves too, not just Vitality playing well, which was there was some special magic in that first map where it was hard to put your finger exactly on what was the main issue. There was one. There were just too many slight losses in a row. But yeah, things looking equally bad or even worse here on Inferno so far. A great flash to come into the site. My God, what on earth? Just what was okay? Well, okay, I don't know, but
there was a flash. There was a flash this time.
Masuda said, "You should have killed me the first time." Here, it was like it was a homie stock, really. That's what it was.
This is the Flame special though, but Apex right in front of the smoke. OG want to plow through. They get stopped in their tracks, and now Shox is here on the rotation. And OG, they're just getting red. There's every time they're entering a bomb site, there's multiple players from Vitality there. But now it's a 2-on-2, and it looks like Valde is rerouting all the way through apartments.
Man, this is a slow way to approach. I feel like they had the right to come up mid quickly. And Valde went around back through halls. And now, I mean, it's a mid-round situation, but it balances out for the CT side once they go this slowly. I guess it's an interesting move to get into halls. But Kyojin, is he making a very smart move here by getting up into here? And now the trade might come down. Okay, the no-scope refrag, but now the 1v1 versus Zaiwu and Montu, and Zaiwu has no trouble getting that kill. Skeet shot as Montu comes flying out of the halls. That was a very nice play from Kyojin, number one. But I honestly feel like OG did not jump on the opportunity to either go back A quickly, considering they were halfway through the B site, or just commit forward with the site in front of them.
This is very reminiscent of when they played Astralis. It was just the right idea, just a couple beats slow. It seems like they're just not at the tempo they need to be playing at. I don't know what. I feel like once it became this 5-man roster, they were going to play a slightly faster pace. They were going to actually just listen to Alexi B's ideas, but it actually seems like they've actually pitched it down a bit.
Yeah, they kind of recessed a bit in some weird way, some very weird way. So very weird.
Very odd.
It's weird, yeah.
Just curious.
Mercury must be in retrograde, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a great time for Alexi B with the stars right now.
Yeah, it's the spring solstice.
All right, well, Shox will be here to challenge at the short side. Spots the shadow. Great spray from him. Also a supporting flash, actually from Montu, but Kyojin is just mopping him up along with Zaiwu. Valde seems like he is LMS in a lot of these rounds, and that is not any different this time.
How dare you? Valde Bader.
I didn't say that. LMS just means last man standing.
That's true.
It can be a good thing if he's winning the clutches, but today that's not the case, as Vitality are up 7-1, and overall a nice stance by Vitality here. They've been looking pretty good. They couldn't really handle the aggression of Double Pony, but this time they're the ones that are usually making the right reads.
Very true. Okay, so what's the idea that we're missing? It feels like it's not the ideas, it's the execution that's not great here for OG. So, they can do more of the same and just try to make it work better. But yeah, it feels like the pieces are not moving as they should. Game plan right now, take over the halls, hold back on Banana. We'll see if they even attempt to go and try to take it. Bomb back on the steps, just to tell us that this round is going to be on a little bit of the longer side. They haven't made a decision quite yet.
Oh, they already threw their pit smoke too. This is usually going to sign for a straight-up porch hit, and that does seem like it'll be a part of the equation, but there's actually an R-trap coming in simultaneously. Montu with the entry onto Masuda, and ZywOo, he's just right there in Speedway. Great shot from him. He's quelling the situation nicely, but Alexi B, he's still trying to read the situation. He's trying to feel it out. Flames, though, he'll be the first one to find the opener as Shox makes a play that costs him his life.
Okay, they actually make kind of a fast rotation back towards the site with a Moto Smoke to push out the other player. This is a great round from OG. I mean, not only do the kills come their way, but they read the rotations perfectly. They even suss out that there's no one pushing down Banana, but they get the kill back on A. They have the Moto Smoke to actually slip by an extra player from the CT side. I mean, this is well orchestrated.
Yeah, this is a round where Alexi B really trusted his individuals, and it paid off beautifully. Now Apex will still try to fight something on this retake. He has a Molotov, but ZywOo's already pushing on back. Now Apex might just be trying to find some damage. The money actually for Vitality is decent right now, so he can afford to take this loss, and they may still be able to scramble a buy together. Oh, is he going to?
He's a molly.
Yeah, is he going to throw that? That's the option here, right? Surely.
In the corner, yeah.
But it doesn't look like the bomb is planted in too bad of a position. They're fine. They're fine right now. And he will find the one kill onto Flames. That's pretty nice. And oh, actually does the damage to Alexi B to find that frag as well, thanks to the bomb.
Yeah, a couple of great kills. This is a round that you know, this is going to be I think an Alan Hinder is going to come out of this round probably.
This is this is really well put together. Like Alexi B, I mean, sometimes in his previous rosters, he'll just pull everyone back in those kinds of situations. This time, he has a player still in Flames waiting towards short still. He has himself still on the long side and even prodded towards that Speedway position. He had all the information at the end of that round.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's always got to be a combination of, you know, just a good call, but also the entries that came through, and it was just a very nice. It was very nice to have that kind of both of those chiming off at the same time, and it just shows us that they're at least capable of something that's quite convoluted, and while it also looks quite cohesive at the same time. So, what happens now? It's a new look a little bit with the fast banana control early, and the CT side they come to just check on top banana. And this is like very much like old Vitality, where they were very, very quick to go back and get top banana control. I really love that about them, to be honest. They're going to make a rotation back, but they don't seem to be super confident about the idea that it is going to be a late A hit. Shox getting into this very tricky cubby spot. OG, and you talked about this, coming and taking bracket control, not leaving a single person here. But I just really appreciate how much, you know, Vitality are fighting for this map control every step of the way.
Yeah, always finding some kind of information is key here. They don't want to experience the same thing that Double Pony did to them. Nice flash over the roof, and Flames, he spots out Masuda, but who will win the duel? Oh, that is huge for Masuda. Is able to maintain that space, and now ZywOo peeks and prods, finds the kill onto Montu, looking for more, gets Alexi now. There's a player coming from the apartments, and Valde actually does get him, so ZywOo does not actually find anything else.
Do we have odds? There's still a smoke here for Moto. We've got mini pick control. One CT coming up lane. Is there a chance for this duel to go wrong? There is. No, the 1v1 isn't won. Apex has been so strong on those 2Ks. And there is another round here, one for Vitality, but my God, ZywOo, start the car. This guy is going crazy with these frags. But that's also mostly about how, like, at every step of the way, they just come right back for the information. Like, OG have to be kind of upset about the fact that not only was Masuda also here at the top of Banana, but ZywOo was ready to peek mid because he was waiting, holding Boiler for that entire time that OG pulled out of mid.
Yeah, Vitality were just really sticky in that round. They just kept holding those positions, even though most Counter-Strike logic would say like maybe you just need control in one space and then shore up the defense on the other. But Vitality just took the offensive on two fronts simultaneously. Paid off for them beautifully, as OG just were not ready for those early advanced engagements.
We're seeing so many buys now, which is fun from OG. The money's just afloat enough, and of course, opping on the T side of Inferno is just extremely rare. No matter how good your opper is, just doesn't happen very often. Usually you'll see the T side oppers op if they pick it up from the CT side, but not normally buy it.
Yeah. And this is, after the previous round, it looks like Alexi B just wants to take the guesswork out of it. Looks like he'll be opting for the Halls pop. It's always nice if you're getting beat in the default. And with the success they've had, or they have not had thus far, this really just makes things a lot easier on his troops. So, but Kyojin, is that the perfect molly timing or what? Lands right at their feet. One player is out, but Zaiwu was able to take him down, but they're segregated at this
flashes,
point.
Yeah. Okay, they get over on top of the lurk smoke, and Lexi through the. Oh my God! No way they find these entries. That is absolutely miraculous. I mean, this is through the lurk smoke. They spammed in the pit, got the kill. There's no accounting for that.
Yeah, that was just through all the fire and brimstone towards that bomb site, and somehow OG are able to just see a little better. Got to check their video settings, see what's the latest on that.
Yeah, they updated their NVIDIA or what?
Yeah.
They're on 473.62 or 6.1.
That's a tough round to replicate, though, for OG. They will find their third, but unless they have a lot more set pieces to rely on, and
we're all trying to move towards a sustainable future, and this is a step in the wrong direction.
You're right, exactly. Exactly. There's just so much smog in that round.
Yeah, there's just pure plastic.
Yeah.
So, the thing is about like replicability is just that, you know, spam shot through the smoke, a Halls pop that almost fails. Like Zaiwu gets the really important kill. First of all, lets him know the Halls pop's coming. That guy was sticking around and not running back to lane for some kind of sound bait. He gets the kill. And I was kind of worried because that player came out. There seemed to be no late flashes for anybody on the site. He was just open to walk around freely. And yeah, if the kills didn't come through the smoke, they were about to get plowed.
Yeah, but sometimes that's all you need. You just need that singular round, just open the pod bay doors and
beam me up hell.
Everything is available at that point. So and it actually hurt the Vitality economy enough that they're using a FAMAS. They've got an MP9 Flames with his signature duel up Banana, but Zaiwu is the man who will face off against him.
Oh,
there needs to be a flash if Flames wants a chance to win this one.
That's so good because you know, the op at Sandbags, I mean, such a confident. That's the Shoxy move right there. One of the very best aces in CS:GO came from this position by the hands of Shox, and obviously Masuda has been, you know, playing there quite often. So Flamesy is thinking, okay, I have an opportunity to take this duel one more time. Alexi, let me go take this duel with Masuda one more time, real quick, and there he is opping. But maybe an equally important duel here, one inside the halls.
Yeah, curious fight by Kyojin to go for this one. A little bit just separated from Shox, who I think was more towards Boiler at that point. And Valde now playing a very patient game, letting the round develop a little bit, letting his presence marinate perhaps. And Shox is really close to pressing on forward. It looks like this fight is just integral to the composure of the A bomb site.
Yeah, this is crazy. The amount. Oh, it's so tense, and the instant headshot comes out from Shox. You know, MP9 has a pretty big advantage just because of Valde's HP, but Shox goes down and Zaiwu misses a shot. Another situation, okay, it's not quite clear. The bomb's going down in the 2v3. There's still a little bit of utility here, and the Moto smoke to burn kind of half of that bomb timer off the clock. What will happen from this position? An opening kill for Montu, and now we're almost in safe territory with how T-sided this suddenly got. Montu, you know, is not going to make a giant mistake in this position, and in fact finds a gap, on the left side of the Moto smoke. Still has that Molotov in hand. CTs haven't made a move quite yet. Alexi B from above. We'll see if he gets off. Nope, Zaiwu doesn't find him, and now Apex will try to run away, but he'll even die on the way out.
Great post plant by Alexi and Montu there. If there's one thing that OG did incredibly well in their Astralis matchup earlier at Flashpoint 3, it's that Montu in these post plants did not miss. That guy was instrumental in keeping Astralis away once they got that bomb down, especially when he had an op.
He just doesn't do stupid things, right? Like, I think the main criticism from last year was it was not his stats. His stats were phenomenal, but it was maybe he didn't take enough risks to like have huge impact in some games as an opper. But that was his rookie year as an opper. There's still so much more to show for Montu, and by stats, he was definitely top 20. So, sky's the limit for Montu for a player like this. He hits all the easy shots and most of the hard ones as well. Pistols up for Vitality. Finally, a moment of respite here for OG as they've worked so hard to get this far.
Yeah, but these rounds have been surprisingly tricky for them so far in this series, so I'm not going to write off anything just yet. Well, Kyojin falls, Zaiwu gets one, and all right, now we can finally take a breath.
Yeah, I think that's actually very fair. Been decoed like 3 times already. So as we close this out, I mean, it feels like the sentiment is generally speaking that the map is, at this level, you'd like to have a positive amount of rounds at the T side.
Yes.
Doesn't mean it's over by any means either way, but where do you think OG's heads are at when it comes to their round count?
I think they want to just take every single one they can. That being said, Vitality on the T side, last time they played this, did not look ready. They looked incomplete as a team. So I think OG would be satisfied with 6. I think if they get one more, they're feeling pretty good about their chances here because they watched the demo. Surely they watched the footage. And, oh, no, missing the boost here.
Dude, this is even with the training wheels.
Yeah, this is still a good setup, and they'll make it in time, so no one from OG will hear them. And Kyojin, he'll be responsible for the balcony. Very important spot, but oh, wow, okay. Alexi B is double dipping now, going for the same Halls Pop strategy once again.
KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Flames coming out. Oh, with the AK in hand. I mean, barely gets that gun together. And now Zai was an interesting spot. He sees the bomb above him, and this is where he's so good at synthesizing these positions, but he gets flashed off. 2 players left, and they actually have to go and save because they're not going to have money to buy next round. Wow.
Just goes back to that one. Alexi B, I mean, sometimes he'll go to the same strategy twice, usually in kind of a default sense, but
I think
that's bold.
If I make conject. Can I say that? That works.
Just go for it. What's your thought?
It's a conjecture on my part because I don't know what's in his mind. But from what we're seeing, like coming back to the Halls Pops over and over again, because of how worrying some of those early rounds were, I mean, it really does feel like a way to just, what's the easiest solution that might work as kind of they wouldn't expect this 3 times in a half strat.
Yeah.
But in another game, it doesn't feel like he'd call like this.
No, it just feels like Vitality and the default are generally getting those openers, and ZywOo, when he's kind of in these open field situations where he just kind of gets to suss out the situation, he's been so strong. So this just takes the guesswork out of everything for himself and his players. Everybody knows what their role is on this strategy. Everybody knows the timings that they need to hit, and unless Vitality the thing is that Vitality almost countered it as well as humanly possible last time, and yet OG won. This time Vitality doesn't counter it nearly as well, and then OG, I mean, similarly, wins again.
I mean, the only thing that could really make this any sweeter, I think, is to try it one more time, potentially. Why not go again,
They'll never expect it.
Like, you never want to have that 4th tub of Ben & Jerry's, but it tastes as good as the 3rd tub, maybe even better, because you weren't supposed to have it. So
diminishing returns, never heard of them.
They don't exist when it comes to these sugary Pulse Pops.
Yeah, now Alexi B facing into the B site. This is
there's 3 here.
Super bold by the leader of OG, but he doesn't fancy what he's catching thus far. Good boost, but Flames calls it out. Masuda to fall, and Alexi, great trade onto ZywOo. Montu takes down Apex, and this is generally money for OG, but they are very separated right now. Montu could have gone for the plant, but he would have been isolated from his entire team.
I think he heard both pairs of footsteps, so this is actually full rights to come back to A. They don't even have to clear the site here. So, it's been a bit weird with Valda because it feels like some of the entries haven't gone down, so it's been, he's been like last up, but it's hard to say if he was too slow in some positions because like Vitality are also quite fast in some positions. So, but here's a round where that kind of lurk that he's been doing very often has had a clear impact.
Shox here, 1v3, has nothing but a smoke and a kit, and he's got to move quickly. He knows that. Trying to hold for that arch peak, and Montu is there to catch him. 8-7 scoreline. Great comeback from OG. This was 8-2 at one point.
Yeah, it's a very, very close half. No telling what happens in the second. Will Vitality be able to close out this game? We'll find out right after the break. How will the story end today? It looked like a, it must have been very tumultuous in the comms for OG as we started out the second map really slowly. But they really brought it back. I feel like the energy must be a bit higher now, and they can actually potentially see the third map happening. But for a moment, I'm sure they, lost a vision of it just because, Vitality are definitely a new team today.
Early challenge towards Banana, and that's what Kyojin's good for. And Montu, nice tap on a Zywoo there.
I think they actually know the strat now because he saw the second guy going up.
Yes.
So, and Vitality have not pushed in. Oh my God, he is so sharp with that. Not just the AWP headshots with the. What just happened? The USP. Wait. Oh my. Wait.
What?
Oh no, we gave.
Where did that come from?
That is. Wait. It's now a 1-on-2 situation as we've distilled, and I think Valden knows that one might be quad. Okay, he's got that information at least. And the repeat comes through. Masuda and the crossfire. Apex just will not stop peeking, and I guess this is a spot where Alexi. He doesn't realize, but he needs to buy like one more second before pushing through that smoke.
Yeah.
He had a flank, but he turned that into just the opening kill, and then the flank got shut down with no crossfire.
Yeah, just a bit early on the pinch there. Otherwise, a really good read from OG, but just better shots from Kyojin.
Maybe that smoke was coming up. The
Yeah.
CT smoke, maybe?
Yeah, he may have wanted to just get into it, but that's...
I don't know.
Just credit to Kyojin, though. I mean, he got every single kill there at Banana.
That's true. He could have lost. I mean, it was Montu coming, looking like a 18-wheeler. Just, couldn't be stopped.
Yeah.
It just instant first bullet headshot. So that was a very nice stoppage by Kyojin.
All right. Nice control being taken early by Vitality. They take that Banana space, heal their player off, and it looks like they will be opting for perhaps a prod towards bracket. Montu, though, I mean, he looked really good in that pistol. He's going to have to do that and more if they want to stop this bracket take from Vitality.
Yeah, very impressive rounds. Very impressive rounds from Vitality in situations like this. We have yet to see if OG can bring that same level of heat, but I think they've done it once with just the Deagles. And Inferno is one of those maps where, I mean, you can't really let time bleed down too much while sussing out map control. You have to make a decision at some point because it's almost always going to be somewhat blind. It costs you players to get information on this map, and that's why anti-ecos are so very scary.
Montu challenge here at Porch, but he's not able to find anything.
Still got the double pit set up with 25 seconds.
Yeah, Valde, that's a start. Takes down Kyojin. Now Nico's still in the pit, and he's going to have to come up huge, but he just can't find anything. Masuda is swift to take him down, and Apex holding the flank will put an end to the opposing in-game leader.
So one thing that gives me a bit more faith, at least for Vitality's T side, like you were saying, recently it wasn't good, especially on Inferno, like didn't look ready. I'm assuming partly because of, Kyojin Masuda, whose stats haven't been great in general. But they're like Dust 2. In Dust 2, they just look better. They look better, look more comfortable. So I'm hoping they had some kind of breakthrough in practice where just they've either had some kind of epiphany or just realized something very important about, how their attitude should be coming into games, or how, maybe they're not as scared as they once were, but I have a feeling their T-sides are going to come around.
Yeah, it seems like Vitality, to their credit, are coming to play like a completely different team than the first day. So credit to probably Apex, the support staff, Xtaz, their coach, of course.
Oh my God,
but wait a second. Well,
the bomb is like just going towards the only pistol. That is so funny. Okay.
Yeah, I think Apex weighed the risks of fighting a USP and found it worthy to put a kill on his total.
Gotta pad it up. Gotta pad it.
Sometimes you just need that confidence.
You do need to, yeah. That's true. And I mean, contrary to popular belief, Apex has been doing his job. I feel like he's not one of the players that I've looked at where it's like, even individually or as an IGL, has really looked bad. It really just feels like there's been shocks, to put it plainly and directly, shocks Kyojin and Masuda, who have just failed to bring up their individual level enough to make anyone look good. But that story is changing. Right before our eyes, the pages turn.
Early arch smoke coming out from Vitality here. It looks like they're actually setting up for an A play, which is a great way to get this MAC-10 involved. Apex just jumping through their own arch smoke. He's actually made it all the way deep, but and he's finding out so much information. He's segregated the rotation now, and he's rapping at this point. But Montu, with a massive hold towards the porch, leaves it into a 2v3.
But yeah, but we know the power of the AWP in the post plant on the A site. And are they going to go for the classic post plant playing within the site or not? It looks like a heads-up play is on the way here for ZywOo. And, ooh, he's going to refresh the smoke on Moto. Look for some ground to be gained. He is so convinced that somebody is out here, and he's correct about it. Nade goes above, and ZywOo, it's all about him, really. Misses that first shot. Masuda gets set up. He can't adjust for the second. Evaldi gets both.
Great retake from OG there. Alexi B waited, and his presence was everything. This is going to be a close defuse.
Wow.
It's really close, but they got it.
They had just enough time. The bomb turns green, but they still, after that whine here, the click, they grab it. And they're within 3 now of bringing this back. It gets a bit scary, but they do a good job of trying to displace ZywOo's aim, but still being close enough to go for an instant trade here with the, that vertical stack peak over the haystack and, right below it.
But Vitality, they still have money to work with here, and OG, they need to string some rounds together immediately. Montu at least has been playing lights out at this point. He is the reason that they were able to hold on to that A site as well as they did. To find an opening pick would be beautiful, and Kyojin, he might just give it up, but...
Yeah, even if he gave half his kills over to Nico, they'd both be having a decent game.
Wow. Under the microscope is Nico.
Yeah, his CT side on Inferno is where you've been critical about his decision making sometimes, but he gets kills, but then sometimes it feels like he could get even more. So it's it feels like his potential is maybe untested here on Inferno CT side.
I think when he's in those strong, just anchor positions, he's fabulous. He's everything you want him to be, and sometimes even more. But it's in the default sometimes that he can, get caught a little bit. But this time around, Flames is playing a dangerous game at B. He's backed on up now, but he's gotten a lot of information. And Nico, there we go. I mean, his on point right there, showing me up as he takes down Masuda, and Flames, he's just dancing with the smoke right there.
Kyojin has him locked in. I can't believe he doesn't continue with that spray, actually. He knows he can't be going back to oranges, and the best part is Flames just gets right back into that position, asked to be shot again, and doesn't get killed. That is so ridiculous.
So bold. And now Shocks, he might have found a timing. No, okay. Nade out from Nico.
This isn't...
But... Oh, wow, he spotted him. That is crazy by Nico. Flash comes out, Shocks is out of the apartments, but Montu is there to defend. Great setup, good crossfire between the two players on this A site, and it's just Kyojin. Headshot, though, not over just yet. Nico actually does put an end to it. Perfectly placed grenade.
Oh, he's fully on the board now. I mean, that 3K and the amount of info he got, and do you think there was some intention there, like falling off, but like taking a quick peek into the doorway?
I would say so. That's not by accident. He would just go backwards, press S key, but no, he decided to press his his D key as well.
And there's no way to shoot him on the way down, so that information. That's the thing about what's uncounterable is like what you see on your screen. If you see a player, that's guaranteed. This guy is in the end of halls right now. He's a full intention of coming towards my site. You can't take that information away from me. So that's why jump spotting and just being able to see things and call them out is just huge in this game at every turn, especially that late into a round.
Wow. Montu has all the space and information towards alt mid. They have to know it's a B play at this point. Alexi B still takes the fight, but there's just so much pressure from OG, it doesn't even matter.
I thought a ball plant was coming, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the Molly trade. There was no one on Banana.
Right.
Alexi dropped that at the bottom of it. 1 round the difference in a very close match, and it is a sandwich of CT rounds here with a good end to the half from OG with the T rounds, and then a good start to the half with a pistol from Vitality on their T side. But since then, that pistol and subsequent anti-ecos, there's been no real rifle v rifle success.
Yeah, I'm really curious what Vitality are going to be calling in this position. Montu doing the same play again. Is this a replay? No, he's actually running it on the gun round as well. Again, he has so much information right now towards this Romeo position. He is right there beneath the balcony, and he knows that Vitality are just not even towards apartments yet. A rotation off from Nico, and Vitality, they're being read like a book right now. but there are still a couple players from Vitality. They may check this position.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's such an outpost, and he's coming in for the duel. He doesn't win. He doesn't get any compensation, no damage off whatsoever. Rotations are in a tricky spot, and that late approach from the Halls, actually, quite smart here from Vitality. Don't know if it was calculated or not. They just evacuated it for the time being, and they're making so much noise leaving the B site. This was definitely heard. They ran the entire way through. Flames all alone, and he doesn't have any information to work with. He's sitting on the site. He doesn't have much of a play to be made. He connects the cover, but the molly isn't very good, and he cannot win the duel. This is just... are there mistakes here? Is this unlucky?
Oh, the death from Montu is just... It's so easy for Apex to play around that. And we saw his mid-rounding prowess just a little bit on Dust 2, and he does it once again. I mean, they just listen. They don't overcompensate. Sometimes when you kill that forward player, you think, okay, that probably means the A-bomb site's clear, which it was, but instead he actually just lets OG do the dirty work for him. He actually mind controls them back to that A-bomb site, and then they just walk right in.
And the problem is that OG are rotating heavily towards A without any banana control whatsoever, and
right.
If they had any information, then they would have known that that was not the right rotation.
I think they're afraid of going proactive at top car there because they think that Vitality could just as easily run up short at the same time towards A, and then they're also in a bad post plant.
Well, this is, again, it just comes back to information at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, with two just good IGLs, it's always going to make a huge difference. The right call there. Montu comes through with an opening.
It's very needed.
Yeah, that was a freebie. They tried to skip. They tried to skip out on having to throw, a porch molly, a couple of flashes, and shoot the opera back, and instead went for an incognito approach. But that gamble cost them. Some people wonder why these dry peaks happen. Sometimes it's just a gamble on the read, which is perfectly normal. And Valda, what an amazing off angle.
That's beautiful.
I mean, I am copying and pasting that one.
Yeah.
Flames finally. From the spot that he keeps going back to.
Oh, if they keep 5 alive here, OG are just so happy. It's just one of those previous rounds that it feels like, all right, that's okay to lose if we can convert this one. But Shocks, I mean, he's going to try to do as much damage as he can. He still has a full set of utility here, and he hears a lot of what's going on at B right now. Flames is not being shy about his positioning in terms of his sound cues.
Yeah, it looks like this game is over, but just as you mentioned, all of these stripped players with all their grenades down, and Vitality with just enough money in the bank to buy, they actually have some incentive to try to find some kills if they can in this spot. But Montu will make sure that that is not going to be possible. And at 20 seconds left in the round, 27 seconds left in the round, OG win it. They bring it within 1. And it's hard to say if there's going to be another buy coming. There's enough for Galil nades on Masuda and Kyojin if they'd like to go for it, and the AK start getting purchased up. What do you think the strategy is on their mind at the moment?
With light utility, it might just be whatever control you find early in this round on the Vitality side is probably where you're going to end up. So it's just a choice of either Halls or really Banana. It does seem like it's more likely to be towards the A side of things. So probably a full commit once they find that full control.
It looks like
this is fast.
Yeah, very fast. Trying to turn the corner on mid, and look who they see. The B anchor in flames over here at Arch, getting out of the smoke, and Valda with another incredible spray transfer. Both sides of mid, cracks him open with his protractor, and Flames within the site, just a USB in hand, looking for the headshot. Can't win his duel versus Iwu, but the game is already over. Trade from the pit by Nico, another 2K from him, another nade kill to end the round, and another tied scoreline for the first time in a while.
Yeah, it felt like Vitality had more utility than that they really needed for a play such as this. Like, this is kind of a desperation one, usually later in a half. But, I mean, all in all, good hold from OG. That's what happens when you challenge a Tier 1 team with a rush. They just have the proper utility, the proper positioning to stop something that quick. It's just props to OG for that because, I mean, Vitality is just as easily trying to shoot them back.
Yeah, what's great is they somehow double dipped. Arch Smoke came out, they took banana control, but then they had Flames in the close mid position as if they were holding for mid control again. Honestly, wow.
That's bold.
I mean, it's also bold, and it's also, do you want $100 with your AWP to kill pistoling players on an anti-eco?
Yeah, Montu's kind of feeling himself right now. And
he honestly doesn't do that very often.
No, he does not. Yeah. But it gets him in trouble there. I mean, thankfully, it's just a pistol round as opposed to...
They don't secure the op, though, do they?
I think that OG's got control of
Oh,
it.
do they? Or yeah, they're watching. Okay.
Just going to play off each other, little 1-2 ABC, but the trades actually work out for Vitality enough that they can make their way to the site. But Lexi B with a nice off angle stops the bleeding. But 3 deaths is not what OG wanted to see in that.
Kind of expensive to versus pistols, but yeah, I mean, yeah, there's always the idea you don't want to let the round come to you when it's pistols and let them overwhelm you. But yeah, you know, I don't want to say call this repeak or anything like that, but
it was audacious.
Yeah, it was pretty.
There.
You know, he was really in there.
The audacity.
The audacity.
Okay, full util though for Vitality here. They have all the options they could want. Can really flex that playbook here. And it looks like they're going pretty fast towards bracket once again. That's usually...
Ooh.
Okay, silent boost.
Yeah, this I think the op is actually... They don't even clear this at all. Oh my god, they don't see it. Alexi gets the opening. They come up lane. Apex knows that they're going to be here. Nico, just in time. He has been so consistent as an A anchor in this second half after having an abysmal first half. And there are 2 up on the T side in the 2-on-3. No op for this post-plant situation. Will it be a blessing or a curse? Well, Shox, he's going to make a name for himself here on lane. No way he gets that off the side of the pillar. And this is to equalize. Really tough position for Alexi. He's known. Shox could be all the way around mid and wrapping, and it looks like he's going to turn tail and run. No way Vitality brought this back. That was a Hail Mary play to come up mid after losing 2 kills in halls like that. I think they also lost one at the bottom of Banana to Lexi B.
That is just great resilience by Shox there. That fight towards Porch was just beautiful. I mean, clipping the guy through the side of the corner.
Almost fraudulent. Ridiculous, though.
Oh, man. The first player jumping out of Boiler, though, trying to make space with his knife out, just kind of bunny hopping out. But the trade just wasn't there. And you got to give credit to Shox, though, for hitting that second shot. Because, I mean, that one looks a little silly. But honestly, the fact that he kills Flames through the side of the pillar there, I mean, that's just, you just got to give him credit there.
Before that point, I mean, that pillar, people put that above diamonds in terms of things that are hard. You know what I mean? That was like pretty much impenetrable as far as anyone was concerned. One of the most annoying pillars in the game to play off of in 1v1s. You don't even bother. Don't waste your ammo on that thing. You're almost never going to kill someone. Unless you're Shox, apparently.
Yeah, just breaking the game still. And good damage towards Banana. Kyojin's already down to half HP. And it looks like all of Vitality are here at this point.
Oh my god. This is like a bot buy. You know what I mean? Like if they randomly buy weapons, this is where they would end up. They got auto shotgun here, an MP9, mixed grenades. And it doesn't work at all. Oh my god, they completely lose. It looks like they almost had odds of winning both of those duels, but they had to take those fights early. Didn't have the guns they exactly wanted to, and OG had to be very careful. There's not much value in them getting kills over saving. And Valda, he's in I guess a tricky spot. No way he actually gets both. That's kind of mental.
Yeah, this is really rough moving forward for OG, though, because Vitality is going to be on 14. They won't even really be able to buy next round, so you have to wait until 15-13 to have a complete buy. And even at that, Montu, I mean, unless he gets some auto shotgun kills, it's going to be a rough off purchase where he's basically just on the op. And
luckily, he's just been pushing halls every round, so he can just, you know, maybe do even better with this auto shotgun. Wow, no way, Valda. Okay, listen, this exit damage, it might be more important that OG live. But this is significant to Vitality. They aren't. I think if they lose the next 2 rounds in a row, they won't be able to.
Even the next one.
Yeah, even the next one, right? This is just that's just overall very expensive. That's actually huge from Valda. I personally didn't like the way he played that because I felt like OG needed to keep 3 alive to even buy here. But it looks like they aren't even planning to invest at all.
Yeah, but this is where it gets so awkward because even if they lose this one, they got 1,900 on this one.
Yeah.
If next round 2,400, Montu cannot purchase an op next round.
No, he's got to earn it this round.
Yeah, he's got to earn it. He has to get the auto shot.
Oh my god, there's never been a time in Counter-Strike here. This is OG's RMR life on the line. And Vitality have a map behind them. They still have a third map if they lose this, but if OG lose, they are out of the RMR, and Montu absolutely must get an auto shotgun kill here to be able to op in the following round.
The most necessary shotgun kill in RMR history.
In RMR history, maybe in the history of CSGO. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've looked at an auto shotgunning player and thought they need to, based on the math, get a kill here to buy the gun they need for the next round. It is an imperative auto shotgun here, auto shotgun kill here for Montu. What is the play?
Oh, it's got to be Hall, surely. Yeah, he's making his way in that direction right now.
The worst part for Montu is he pushed down Hall so many times in this game. He may be feeling a little bit self-conscious about it. He doesn't have exactly a super high success rate doing this. So right now at the end of Hall's, how aggressive, how frisky is he going to be? And it looks like Vitality might be doing a little bit more of what they did last time. We've got this pseudo, banana take with the nades that come through, but they call it out immediately with the boost. No one crosses over to sandbags, and this is going to give Vitality, full route into the B site. This should be such an easy round for them. Only one person here to defend. All eyes on Nico.
Oh, smoke comes out. It's a little late, though. Kyojin's up forward. Nico's able to find one, but the flash is there to support Masuda's entry. And now it looks like it has to be the save call from OG, but they don't even have that much money to buy in the next round. It's so important, like you mentioned, for Montu to try to find an auto shotgun kill. He's going to upgrade his gun in the next round, regardless of the outcome of this one. But it looks like he's tucking tail and running. He's actually towards Arch right now. He's towards Long. And there's no hope of him getting that money for an op in the final gun round, potentially, of this game.
Rugga, he's got to be doing the math right now because it is absolutely imperative he makes something happen with this. But if he's going to take this into the next round and try again for like some kind of passive Hall setup, you got to believe Vitality are going to have huge odds. This is Vitality going to 15, OG, tournament life on the line, RMR points on the line.
There's no kit, Alexi, for anybody at home.
And yeah, Alexi's just tapping the bomb to hopefully drag them back. And I mean, it doesn't get anyone killed on the T side. There is some money to invest. No one's even at 4,750 to pick up that CT side up. They're gonna need a lot of ingenuity here.
Yeah, he was dropping the auto shotgun anyways.
Oof.
Okay, all right. RMR points on the line. Loser of this only goes home with 250 points. Winner at least secures 500. Huge difference. Very important round. And Montu, okay, tosses the molly down. ZywOo's there to challenge. And it looks like a slightly slower approach from Vitality this time around.
Yeah, indeed. They go to scour through a Hall's control, and there's no way to know exactly how much money is in the hands of the CTs. An opening kill comes down, and in this situation, Vitality have been quick to squeeze to the other side of the map. Montu dies, headshot in the back of the head. Nico makes up for it from the pit, but the trade through the pits. And Shox also takes out an Arch Rotator. 2 left alive for the rotate. Shox is here to peek him at mid. Inside of the smoke is Shox. Flame seems very aware of the situation. He walks over into Hall. Shox, like ships in the night, passes him. And there's a CT over at the archway. Flames is passing by 2 Ts. He seems to know where they might be. Is there a chance that this bomb could get stuck in the corner of the site? That's what we don't know. Over in cold is ZywOo. That op will stick out. He sees one in the corner. Flames in the 1v3 situation. ZywOo takes him out. Vitality win the round, and OG are out of the tournament.
OG dead last. Launders, we both predicted this was going to be the team to take Flashpoint 3. It looked like they were on the up and up, but Vitality actually with a huge 180 in terms of their results versus Double Pony. This is a great look for